Hey, what's up, guys? This is Marseille, aka the Property Pastor, here with Kingdom Legacy Builders, where our mission is to help everyday people like you and me to build lasting wealth for their children and their children's children using real estate and wealth building principles. Today, I want to talk a little bit about forced appreciation. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is forced appreciation? Forced appreciation is kind of appreciation on steroids. Now, appreciation is basically a property's ability to go up in value over time. Now, typically, real estate values, one of the nice parts about real estate is it goes up in value on average about 3 to 5% per year. So depending on what kind of asset you have, depending on what part of the country you live in, real estate is going to appreciate year over year, probably about 3 to 5%. Now, appreciation is one of the four wealth generators in real estate. So the four wealth generators in real estate are cash flow. That's basically, the difference between your income and expenses, what's left over at the end of the month. There's appreciation, which we're going to talk about today. There's also debt pay down, which is basically your principal balance on your loan going down every single month. And then on top of it, there's tax savings. So every single expense that you're spending, Uncle Sam gives you a discount for. So real estate is pretty amazing because some of those wealth generators. But today I want to dig into forced appreciation, which is kind of like appreciation on steroids. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that share button because somebody else can hear this video. But I want you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, because every single week we're dropping brand new content, great content to help you in your real estate business, help you to build that legacy for your children and your children's children. All right, so let's get started. So today I want to talk a little bit about what forced appreciation actually is. Forced appreciation, with it, you're making strategic upgrades to a property that are going to basically increase its value in a very quick and short term. Right? So what happens is you may make upgrades to certain areas of the property, then that property goes and it gets appraised, and now its value has gone up quite a bit, quite substantially. Now with regular appreciation, you got to wait every single year for that to go up 3 to 5%. But with forced appreciation, you're actually making strategic improvements to the property. It could be, upgrading the kitchen, upgrading the bathroom, new flooring. Could be an addition to the property to take it from a 3-in-1, 3-bedroom, 1-bath house to now a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, or maybe even a 4th bedroom. All of those kind of upgrades, they really boost the property's value. Now, forced appreciation is a key component of the BRRRR method. Now, if you don't know what the BRRRR method is, I've got a link to that right here. You can check out that video also, but it'll explain to you all about what the BRRRR method is. The BRRRR method is basically buy the property, repair it, rent it out, refinance it through the bank, and then repeat it. Now, and like I said, forced appreciation, you're making strategic upgrades, and in those upgrades, you really boost the value of that property. Now, an example of that I've done in my business, I've done several BRRRR deals in over the course of my business. But one that I did in particular early on, I think it was like maybe my 3rd or 4th property. But I found a duplex through one of my handymen who was just selling it. He didn't have time to finish it. And I bought the duplex from him for $33,000. And then I went and I put about 50 grand into it, all said and done. So that's like 83 total investment. Well, after those upgrades, after the improvements were made to the property, it appraised for 110K. So I basically spent 83 and now have a property that's valued at 110. So what that allowed me to do is when I went and refinanced that property, I could pull 75 to 80% out of the property. So if I'm pulling about 80%, that gives me about 25 to 28 grand that I can now, that I have in equity, and I've got a mortgage on the property. So when it's all said and done, I didn't have to use any of my own money. So forced appreciation is a really nice thing because what it does is it allows you to make some investment into a property. And then if you make that investment to the property, it boosts the overall value of that property. And then when you go to refinance, you get that money back tax-free. And on top of it, you've got all your money back tax-free. You got an asset that's worth more. And you can go and take that money and reinvest it into another deal. And that's how I've been able to scale my business and grow to, to have, well over almost 30 doors now. So some of the best upgrades that you can make to a property, in my opinion, are definitely going to be in the kitchen. They're going to be in the bathroom, things like paint, flooring, and then on the exterior. So if you're redoing the kitchen, things like cabinets. Now, it don't have to be a complete gut job. If the cabinets are in decent shape, they can be painted, they can be refinished, and you'd be amazed at how far some nice new hardware goes on a set of cabinets. Then you got things like countertops, things like new faucets, stuff like that. And you'd be surprised, even one thing in my business, I never used to want to put in like granite countertops. But what I'm finding now is that if the difference in installation is really just in the materials, you might as well make the upgrades, because you're going to get such a bigger value when you go to appreciate the property. If a contractor's really, if their labor rate is the same and all you do is change out one material for another, you can get a big boost on your property. So kitchens are a great place. But then there's bathrooms. Going into a bathroom and tiling that bathroom, replacing the vanity, replacing the toilets, doing just some nice upgrades, they really boost the value of the property. And then if you going out with new flooring, I really like the luxury vinyl plank flooring is really nice. If you got a property that's got old hardwood floors, you can refinish those, gives it a really nice pop for not a whole lot of money. But then when you go and you actually refinance that property, you can find that you've now seen a big boost in your appreciation or into your ARV or after repair value. So when you do that, you're forcing the property's value up, and then you can refinance it, pull money back out of the property, totally tax free, which is really cool. And then on top of that, one benefit I really love is that all of those costs, not only do you get it on the front end through refinance, but then on the back end on your taxes, everything that you spent, it can be deducted from your taxes through depreciation, which is just fantastic. So that's one of the reasons you just gotta love real estate, because you can win in many ways. But with forced appreciation, you can really do well. I've been able to pull money back out and basically reinvest it into my business using things like forced appreciation. So if you got a property that needs some work, or maybe you also have a property that you've got a lot of equity into it and you're thinking about refinancing, but you really want to get the most out of it, you can go ahead and upgrade it and see an even bigger boost in your bottom line. So a key to being successful with forced appreciation, if you're on the front end, if you're buying a property, you want to buy a property for low, and then you want to put strategic upgrades into that property, go ahead and refinance it and then take advantage of those tax savings and take advantage definitely of the ability to pull more money out of that property at refinance time. So I think I've used forced appreciation over and over in my business. It's a great tool. I think it's something that every investor should keep in their toolbox, because the thing about it is with cash flow alone, it's very difficult to grow a business, right? If you got a property making $250 a month, or you got a property making $300 a month, it takes a very long time to save up a new down payment. But if you're utilizing forced appreciation, you can take that and really pull in, really supercharge the value of a property, refinance that money, and put it right back in. So I hope this has been beneficial to you. I know it's helped me a ton in my business. I just want to share it with you guys. Forced appreciation is an amazing tool. I love it, and I'm hoping that it benefits you in your business too. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. The Property Pastor is bringing brand new videos every single week to help you and your business, to help you to build that lasting legacy for your children and your children's children. Can't wait to see you again next week. Take care, and God bless.